we're still seeking the am I okay answer. And you guys, it's not out there. I hate to break it to you. It is not out there. It's in here. And you probably know exactly what I'm talking about for you and your business right now. You're like, oh crap, she's talking about how I should launch that program. Oh my gosh, she's saying how I should launch that new idea. Oh my gosh, she's saying I really should say yes to that sweet engagement. Yes, I am. Because if you are having that internal pull, if you're having that internal nudge, it's yours. Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Sarah Uncut. If you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Sarah Walton. I'm an intuitive business coach and a sales expert. I love putting more money in the hands of more women. If you are like new here, would you just hit the subscribe button? Because I got lots of gooey goodness coming at you and I'd love for you to know about it. So listen, today I want to talk to you about something that's really weird. It's called validation. Right? Like this constant need we have as human beings. We're constantly like, validate me, validate me, validate me, validate me. What the heck is that about? And what do we do about it? Oh, if it's bugging you and you're tired of looking for outside validation, this is the episode for you. I sound like a used car salesman. So when we're little, yeah, I'm taking you back there. When we're little, right, we need to be validated constantly. And that's appropriate. When you're little and you're learning how to walk, you're learning how to feed yourself. Some of us still haven't figured that out. When you are learning how to be in groups of friends, when you're understanding the family dynamics, you're constantly looking for validation. And if you don't remember having that experience as a kid, no problem. You can look at all the kids that are out there today. Go to the playground for a second and watch this. It's a constant, am I okay? Am I okay? Was that okay? Am I okay? Right? And we'll watch that is the natural order of things, not to keep people in order, but more that we need to belong to tribes. This is something that's really important for human beings. You've seen it before. There's thousands of books about it, like Find Your Tribe, Where's Your Tribe, How to Create Your Tribe. Like, we need that. So we have this instinct to constantly be driving us to say, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? How about now? How about now? And it's really frustrating when you're trying to progress. It can be really like hindering when you're looking to expand yourself. And here's the thing, we are supposed to outgrow this. And the proof of the fact that we are supposed to outgrow this is how many different cultures, I'll just name 3 right now, but there's so many different ways that our different cultures celebrate the turn to adulthood, right? So we have the quinceañera, we have the sweet 16, we have the bar and bat mitzvahs. And what that is a celebration of, or what we designed it to be way back when, right, is the idea that that is a human being's transference of needing to be validated by the outside world, to having to trust the outside world that they're okay, to turning that validation inward. That is what we're celebrating in those moments, is that the child has learned that the validation is now their own to give. Isn't that cool? It's like, wait a second. I was supposed to learn how to do that. Oh my God. Part of that validation, part of that self-trust has been turned over to you. But I do think that the way that we are dealing with, especially as business owners, the way that we're dealing with social media is we're continuing to outsource that validation. We're continuing to look outside. We're still seeking the am I okay answer. And you guys, it's not out there. I hate to break it to you. It is not out there. It's in here. And you probably know exactly what I'm talking about for you and your business right now. You're like, oh crap, she's talking about how I should launch that program. Oh my gosh, she's saying how I should launch that new idea. Oh my gosh, she's saying I really should say yes to that sweet engagement. Yes, I am. Because if you are having that internal pull, if you're having that internal nudge, it's yours. And don't let the hype of the outside world take that away from you. Don't let that put a wedge in between you and your internal wisdom. And I will say, especially as women, we kind of have this in our faces all the time, right? Because women for so long have received validation based on how we look, right? Which is just so toxic and horrible, right? Like the package this comes in has everything to do with what's inside of it. No, not true. Now, the other way that women seek validation or get validated these days is by how much we do, right? How much we perform outwardly, right? That performative nature, but that's also the high functioning codependence I talk about all the time, right? We receive validation. We receive accolades based on how we're performing. That's not real. And Oprah said this once. I thought this was so great. She said, I don't ever look at what people say about me because if I believe the good, I have to believe the bad. And instead I turn inward. But if you just kind of rolled your eyes, you're like, yeah, it's easy for Oprah to say, do you know how much critique that woman receives on a daily basis? On the daily, in the mail, in email, in instant messages, in the press. Like, it's nonstop, you guys. So it looks like it's easier, right? But let's not pile on to that. Let's trust that maybe she knows what there is for her to be doing on this planet, just like you know what there is for you to be doing on this planet. So while the need for outward validation is real, it is tribal, it's instinctual in us, you're old enough now that you can transfer that trust inward, that you can pull that validation inward and trust your internal nudges. If you want more on how I feel about nudges and the magic they've produced in my own life, we're gonna put a link to another episode of Sarah Uncut called When 3 People Will Tell You You're Drunk, Lie Down, because that's what a nudge is. Anywho, if you want more on that, go ahead and click that video. But before you head over there, make sure you hit subscribe, because the gooey goodness is just gonna keep on coming. And I love you to bits and I want you to succeed. All right, I'll see you guys next time.